this video, I'm going to be talking about the products that Auxbeam sent me. They sent me a headlight kit, highs and lows, all H11 bulb size, 30,000 lumen, and there's a GX series plug and play. So I'm going to get into this, and right now I'm about to show you a demonstration of how it looks like driving on a road with the headlights I got in right now, the bulbs, and then after we're going to get into me putting the bulbs in, and I'm not going to be on this road, but I'm going to be on a different road, and I'll show you how it looks like driving at night, and I'll show you highs, lows, and everything in between. The only thing that I'm not changing out is the fog lights, because to be honest, I don't know how to change my fog lights out, because they're like very difficult in my truck, because I don't think it had it from factory. I don't know. But Auxbeam was kind enough to send me out a kit, an H11 kit for Toyota Tacomas, and I'm really excited to basically demonstrate what they are and give y'all an honest review. I wasn't paid to say anything that I'm saying, so this is going to be completely honest and unbiased. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so this is the driving POV. It's the headlights I got in right now are not factory. They are just basic AutoZone LEDs. So yeah, this is just to give a baseline of what they're gonna look like. Not factory, but if you do have some other cheaper LEDs in them. Alright, so this is the lows right here. This is the highs. There's a difference, but not a huge difference. Highs, lows, and then this is with my fog lights off, of course, but that's just to give you a little demonstration, and this with off. All right, so this is with my lights off, and I'm gonna show y'all the blinker right quick. That's the blinker, or actually this is with it off. It's the blinker. So they are pretty bright, and they get their job done as best as possible, and they do turn fully white after you turn your headlights on, so yeah. All right, guys, hold on. All right, so this is two things that got sent to me. I have two of these. These are the actual bulbs, and this is a canvas. It just fixes the flicker, which I don't need because mine's already fixed up pretty good. But real quick, before I put these in, I will back up, and I'm gonna show y'all what my original ones look like. And yeah. All right, so like I previously said, these are not my OEM ones at all, but these are some relatively, like you get these anywhere. I got mine at AutoZone for, to be honest, they were expensive, but that's just because everything's expensive at AutoZone. But yeah, these are my AutoZone bulbs, highs. This is only lows. The only bulb in here that's not AutoZone is the Auxbeam DRL and blinker, which is the same bulb. But yeah, I'm gonna put the hazards on so you can see the blinker real quick. If you want a more in-depth video, check out my TikTok. I'm gonna put it up right here. It's @Slide Yoda. But I already made a video detailed on that, and I'll put the video link in the description. But yeah, that's the only bulbs that are Auxbeam. But moving on, I'm gonna put on my highs real quick, and then my hazards, just to show y'all everything in its fullest potential. All right, so these are my highs. I'm gonna go back and put my lows on so you can see. This is how far they shoot pretty far. But yeah, so we're gonna move. These are the highs. They're super bright, to be honest, but that's just because they're highs and not lows, of course. So we're gonna go back to my lows. I'm gonna show you how far they show, and then my hazards, that's next. This is how far my lows shoot. Pretty far, but as you can tell in the previous video, the highs were brighter. So now I'm gonna move on to the hazards, and just to show you all the bulb, it is a dark amber, and I personally think the color is very rich and it looks very good. All right, so these are the lows with the blinkers. As you can tell, they're the same. This headlight is yellow. Like I said, next video is gonna be me switching that out and changing all the plastics to get ready for paint match. But this is the bulb. The bulb is bright. You can even see it like all right here, but the bulb is bright. And to be honest, one of the best blinker bulbs I've ever seen, and I love the color. It's a rich orange, and it really makes everything in the front pop, just because it adds that little extra factor that some trucks don't come, or some people don't have sequentials. But I mean, not sequentials, switchbacks. So yeah, they are switchback, as I just showed. But yeah, so now I'm gonna move on to popping my hood and getting everything situated. Taking these out and putting the old ones in, or taking these out and putting the new ones in. All right, so really quickly, I'm gonna show y'all the new bulbs before I put them in, and then I'm gonna start popping my hood, turning my engine off, moving to a new location to show you the distance or whatever and whatnot, and then I'm gonna get to switching them, highs and lows, and yeah, I really appreciate Auxbeam for sending them out. The blinkers work really good, so I'm really excited to see how the headlight bulbs turn out. But as I said already, this is gonna be an honest review, no bias, nothing. But yeah, stay tuned. All right, back to the bulbs. They have very good packaging. As you can see, it's very clean. Comes with a sticker, and the manual, of course, showing everything. So these are the bulbs. They are plug and play. These are the ones they sent me are plug and play. But as I said before, they are the GX wireless series. It comes with an emblem too. So you know, put that somewhere. But yeah, it's always nice to have extra stuff rather than not enough. Yeah, I'm gonna get one of these out and then I'm gonna show y'all what they look like. They're pretty beefy, but it's because they got a wireless fan, 2 wireless fans in each of them, and they don't get too hot. All right, so these are them. This is the connector on this side. You can't tell, but yeah, these are them. They're really good. They look amazing, to be honest. This is the fan at the bottom, but I think they look really good with these gold and black accents. So yeah, I'm gonna move and then I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show me putting them in and everything like that.
God, I got my shit straight. Before I drop my album, killing cowards for my mixtape. Gang up, 2 baby Drake, that's in the ride. Nigga play with me, he gotta die. I don't think 2-1 see nigga got. I went to a renegade, fuck it, I'm getting paid. I'm in a trap house, I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so now that I'm in here, I'm about to take these old bulbs out. I'll show y'all them when they're out, and then I'm going to move on to getting the bulbs out of my truck and putting them in here. But yeah, I'll catch y'all after I finish taking the bulbs out of this side. All right, guys, so they are a little hot because my lights have been on, but this is my high beam. This is my low beam. All I remember is that my low beam is a higher lumen because I run those more often. But now I'm about to get the other ones, disconnect these, and I'm gonna keep the old ones in the other headlight for now, just give y'all a comparison. But yeah, so now I'm gonna take these out, put the other ones in, and I'll get back whenever I put the other ones in. All right, so this headlight is completely done. This one is all the Amazon bulbs. This headlight is in person, it's a lot brighter. Can't really tell because it's a projector, but it is a good bit brighter. The only reason that in this next test you're gonna see the other side be higher is because of the angle, because these have a better angle pointed towards the road. They're meant for that, and the other ones aren't. So the other ones look like they shine farther, but they don't shine. They shine farther, but they're not as bright, if that makes sense, because these shine on the road where they're supposed to be, as opposed to the other ones, which don't shine right. So as you can see what I'm saying, this one has a much broader, yours covers the whole road, as opposed to this one, which shoots a little bit higher and is not covering any of the side of the road. But these, in my opinion, look better. They are brighter, and I can tell you that. You just have to take my word for it in person, but these only look higher because of the angle. So now I'm gonna get into the highs real quick, test the highs out, and then I'll show y'all, or then I'll finish the other side up and we can get into the full demo. All right, so these are the highs. As you can tell, this side is significantly more bright. These are the Amazon again, and these are the Auxbeam. You can't even see into the headlight until I get really close up to it, but that's all the Auxbeam lights, and this is all the Amazon. As the further back I get, the bigger the bigger they both get, but this one gets way brighter. So yeah, I'm actually kind of blinded standing here, but yeah, I'm gonna go back to my truck. Like, these lights are so bright, they make the lights underneath my truck look orange, and they are pure white. But come and stand in the same place I was, and I will give you a road demonstration on this cane road. But this is just gonna be if you're riding with your highs, which I do not suggest at all, unless you're in an area where there are no cars coming, because it is illegal in pretty sure all states to ride with your highs. But yeah, we're gonna get into it now. I'm gonna show y'all a distance test. I'm not gonna walk because that is ridiculously far away, but I am going to turn around and show you the different patterns and push of the different lights. All right, so mind you, the left side is the Auxbeam, the right side is the Amazon or AutoZone lights. As you see, like I said, way wider pattern. And I don't know if you can tell, I'm gonna take this video down. I'm not gonna take it down, but I'm gonna pause this video and I'm gonna zoom in, and you can see that these are brighter for longer. And yeah, so I don't know how good you can see it, but as you can tell, they both do go at ridiculously far past the camera, but the right ones, or the left ones, do go a little bit further, and they keep their brightness throughout. But yeah, now I'm gonna get into changing the other bulbs on the other light and give y'all a full demonstration, road test, all that. But yeah, stay tuned. All right, so I have to fine tune it because of my headlight. This one is still brighter, or still taller, but as you can see, if you go back to the video and you look at this light compared to the other light, lows especially on the right side, you can notice that this one is brighter. Even though it's farther, it still has a wider range. So all in all, I'm gonna try to fix the angle of them. I just put them in real quick because it's freezing outside and I gotta get this video done. But yeah, this is a lows, and I'm gonna give you a highs test real quick and then a riding test. All right, so this is a highs test. This is ridiculously bright. Nobody needs to be this bright at all, but it's always nice to be bright. So this in total is 60,000 lumens in highs and lows. So it's 30,000 each, 60,000 each headlight. So yeah, this is ridiculously bright. And yeah, so after this, I'll give you a little drive test when I'm headed home. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the video.
Never testify. Real life, I'm a front soldier, on the front line trying to get fat. Put a nigga at 6 feet. Know it, mama, I'll testify. Know that Draco shoot and repeat. They chop gon' shoot and he was a fact. You know that we still.
All right, so last video, there's trees in front of me, you can't even see. And this is the highs. It's ridiculously bright. That's probably close to 200 yards away from me. But yeah, so hope y'all enjoy the video. We'll get y'all a ride test after this clip, but yep. All right, for the last demonstration of the video, this is the low beams driving test. This is the high beams. They're ridiculously bright. And then once again, this is nothing. But I hope you guys enjoy. I'll give you a proper outro after the end of this clip, but this is driving low beams like you would regularly drive, and it is ridiculously bright, brighter than you'll ever need it to be. But yeah, go pick you some up. Everything's gonna be in the link. All right, everybody's gonna be linked. Everything's gonna be linked in the description. But yeah. All right, guys. So I honestly forgot to record the outro, but I'm gonna go over the pros real quick of the Auxbeam bulbs that are featured in this video. As you can tell, I didn't mention this when I took them out, but my low beams they did have a driver with them, which means they were a lot bulkier, and that means that they should have been way brighter, as these didn't have a separate driver. They were all connected to the bulb with the wireless or the fan and everything. So these are way brighter with being smaller. It is a little bit of a tight fit on the passenger side just because of the washer fluid and all of that. But it took me maybe 15 minutes on each side, and that's like everything said and done, that's it. But yeah, so they're really sleek. They have a really good design. They're very small for how bright they are, and their color is as wide as you can get. I'm gonna be using these until they send me better ones, or until they come out with better ones, because I might pick them up myself. But yeah, I hope all of y'all have an amazing day, amazing rest of y'all week, and I was excited to make this video. Again, big thanks to Auxbeam for sending me out these bulbs. I couldn't do this video without them, obviously. But yeah, the next video will be me preparing my truck for powder coat. I lied. Preparing my truck for paint match and getting my paint match heads, tails, and third brake light. So I'm excited to work with Aiden Goss. Pop up his Snapchat right here at the bottom again. But I'm excited to work with him to get this happening. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, and I will have a video out shortly. But yeah, have a great day, guys.